What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room. And this is where we're at now. So you see the title of the broadcast. So we're going to go to the Lapeef Network and check some things out here. I kind of dove off into it just a little bit. So you know what I'm saying. The thing of this is they have a man on here saying, technically like a video saying that you shouldn't be just necessarily honest with women as a man. So let's go here now. Let's find out what's going on. Quarters, nickels, and dimes.
Never be honest with a woman. Never tell her the whole truth. This is an art you must perfect as men. It's Machiavellian, and you have to learn the ancient art of half-truths. Women have been playing this game since the dawn of history, but you guys have not, because men bought into the idea of honor. And between men, that is very powerful. And I believe in it 100%. When you're dealing with the moving target and the chaos cave of the feminine, you have to play by different rules. If you apply logic and masculine expectation onto a woman, you will get destroyed. So you have to play them at their own game. Not saying lie to them. I'm not saying be deceitful. I'm saying live within your own honor, but you don't tell women the whole truth ever. If she asks you what you do for work, you don't tell her what you do for work, literally. Oh, yes, I work in an office and I do blah, blah, blah. No, you have to just say, I work with numbers and I facilitate dreams. Whatever it is, say something vague that creates mystery and emotion and excitement. She wants to hear a lie rather than the truth. Most of the time, women will always choose the lie out of convenience and out of comfort, rather than the truth if the truth is painful.
That is a simple thought of feminine nature.
Once you understand it and stop expecting women to conform to the standards of masculinity, you will go much further if you truly want to go deeper.
TikTok ads changed everything.
So what do you guys think? Hold on here. Hold on. So before they dive in, that older gentleman had a lot to say, and we hear it all over the internet and stuff like that. Various people, Fresh and Fitted said certain things. Kevin said certain things, not to this degree here, but all this talk that we've had as men on the space here, the manosphere, whatever you want to call it, whatever. The conclusion that we come to is that most of these women in the 21st century will deal with the illusion. They will deal with the deception. The guy that, will give them the mystery and things like that. And these are the facts. These are the facts. This is not nothing new. If you've been on these spaces long enough, we've seen it. Other women have actually, kind of, actually said that they like those types of men, stuff like that, throughout the spaces. Listen, look, we know these to be facts because of the choices that a lot of women are making, definitely nowadays. But we're going to dive off into this and see what the panel has to say. Quarters, nickels, and dimes.
I'm going to point something out. The guy that was in that video, not the white guy, but the one who was green screen in front of it, he needs to lie to women. He gonna have to, because that's the only way you get him. He looks like a balled up towel with fur on it. Let me tell you.
Hold on. Here we go, attacking people that didn't say anything. Let's stick to what the older gentleman said. How about that? It's the deflection for me. Off top here. Off top. You know what I'm saying? Bo goes into talking about the dude that was, silent in the video. It's like, like you, it's crazy. The deflection. Stick of what the dude said, though. The older gentleman. That's what we're talking about here.
Say something. No, y'all gotta stop listening. Men who only take advice from other men about women are problematic. You're gonna lose every single time because men don't know what women want. Women know what women want. And if you listen to some stupid shit like that, don't tell her exactly what you do. Tell her I work with numbers. Bitch, get off my number. Because that was the stupidest thing that I have ever heard. And then it looked like it's fake anyway. Y'all gotta stop listening to the people with fallacies. You need to go and talk to some people with some vaginas. Because we the ones that's got the experience with the fallacies.
Carry it.
Bo, you think that women don't objectively like to be lied to? You don't think that? I just feel like, right, and this is from my experience, I could be wrong, right? But I could see an obvious truth and I could tell a woman about it and she'll disregard it and she'll want to go with the lie. So, for example, we can talk about zodiac signs. I can say, no, this does not correlate with my zodiac sign. It's not my personality. And she'll say, no, they're real. You're stupid, right? Because she wants to believe in zodiac signs. I can tell a woman, right? And this is more up in the air, but I can tell a woman, like, I can dispel a fairy tale that they believe in about men. And they'll be like, no, they'd much rather just believe the fairy tale about men and about relationships as opposed to me telling them the truth. I could tell my girl, like, that thing that you want me to buy that you stand on and it shake, it don't work. I can tell her that. She'll be like, no, it do work, and I'm gonna buy it and I want to use it because they want to believe in the diet pill. Like, y'all want to believe in the shortcuts. Y'all want to believe in these things because y'all like to believe in stuff, whatever, right? I think that's kind of evidence that women like to be lied to.
It's not. Young girls like that fantasy land, and immature women like that fantasy land.
Okay, listen, look, let's go here now. At one point, all of these women that's on the panel and women period were young. So if Bo's sitting around here talking about that the young women like such things like that, the young women like this and that, she was young at one point too, just like we were all young. The men are we were all young. Young men had their time being young and ambered by women and did things for women that they, of course, you 30, 40 years old, you ain't finna do now. Of course not. So, I mean, I'm just saying here, it's not like what was said was wrong. Yes, it is what it is. Most of the women actually, are more willing and tolerating the delusion more than they will the reality. And this is part of the situation that we talk about on the internet a lot here, what I'm saying, with, women and stuff like that, falling for the delusion. Now, I get it. Both sit there, what I'm saying, she gonna be, like, I ain't falling for this, I ain't falling for that. But at one point in time, she did fall for it. That's how she know not to fall for it anymore. Come on now, we got to start being real here. So now, now we're talking out the side of our necks and this and that, about, what you're not going to do and do this. Of course. Okay. Now you're not going to do this. Now you're going to stand on certain type of business. But when you was 2019 and all, come on now, please. Used in the fairy tale, just like any other woman at that age. This is ridiculous here. Let's keep telling the truth.
You're talking about dealing with a woman who is sure of herself and who knows who she is. someone that you're actually going to want to date, someone that you don't have to raise and teach and guide and mold, someone who comes ready-made to just, I'm ready to be led.
Ready-made by who, though? Your father? By who, though? God? Ready-made by who, though? Definitely not yourself, picking up whatever you feel like, and then you're just going to guide yourself. No.
That is it. That is all. I'm not living in fantasy land. These are not the people we're talking about. We're not talking about little girls and grown women with little girl minds. I know when I'm being delusional. You listen, I'm going to tell you, I am like.
So you admit that at certain points you are delusional. Just, shit. Oh, Jesus. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of what the older gentleman was saying about not being able to, just not necessarily not tell the truth, but have to, maneuver certain chess pieces here to make sure that, she ain't sitting around here being crazy. She says she know when she being delusional. That says a lot.
To myself right now. Please don't tell me the truth. I want to be in my delusion right now. That's how I am. I am fully aware of it.
Isn't that the whole point of what the old dude was saying? Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Man, we got to stop this shit. Isn't that the whole point of what the old dude was saying? Just being logical here. She said she know when she being delusional and she wants to stay in the delusion. Just like the old man said, you have to provide the situation for her to be in the delusion, basically, because she wants to be in the delusion. That's basically what the old guy was saying. Man, oh, Jesus Christ. She telling the truth right now. The truth of what the old man just said. He just said this in so many words. These chicks like being in delusion, telling them the truth, being honorable and things like that, being direct like you would with another man is not going to work with women. They like the delusion. Okay. All right, then. Let's keep going.
I need you to lie to me. I'm cool in this moment. I don't need to spend this money. I know it. I'm finna do it anyway. Don't tell me. Fully aware of this. But you're not wrong. You're just wrong about grown-ass women.
I think you're giving grown-ass women too much credit. I think it's closer to an anomaly that a woman has your self-awareness than not. I think most women tend to not want to be where you are as far as self-awareness and things like that. Most women don't want to have a conversation with men and listen with open ears and agree and maybe change their mind. They would rather be, ears closed. Girls, right? They're like, I think that's the worst term ever. Like, I just think it means no accountability, which means no truth. You don't want to hear the truth. And I think a lot of women are there with it, Yeah.
Yeah, the topic is over. Bo already said it. So she already confessed to it. So I think this topic is over. She already confessed that she likes to be delusional. So, I mean, she already answered the question.
So we just got our first batch of.
Hold on. And what I just say? You know what I'm saying? And I'm watching the rest of this in real time with you guys. Like, seriously, I'm watching the rest of this in real time. I peeped out the little first few minutes of what the old guy said, but I'm watching the rest of this with you. Listen, look, man, she clearly said what the old man was talking about in so many words, that being super logical with a woman, just being logical, period, with a woman is not going to get you the results that you need as a man from the woman that you claim to want to like, love, whatever. It's not going to do it. She needs a certain level of fantasy and stuff like that in order to maintain stability emotionally and also, mentally in her life to keep going a little bit. You know, it just is what it is.
Well, I don't. I'm gonna go against it.
She already answered the question. She already said that if I'm in delusion, just let me stay there. She already answered the question, bro.
Right.
There's nothing to talk about.
I'm
She
not
already
gonna
answered
let
it.
an unkempt man tell me what I said.
What you mean? We just heard you, Bo. You just said what you just clearly. Hold on here. Hold on. Where we at here? Hold on.
Zodiac signs. I can say no. This does not correlate with my.
Hold on.
Rather just.
When you're talking about dealing with a woman who is sure of herself and who knows who she is, someone that you're actually going to want to date, someone that you don't have to raise and teach and guide and mold, someone who comes ready-made to just, these not the people we're talking about. We're not with little girl minds. I know when I'm being delusional. You listen, I'm gonna tell you, I am lying to myself right now. Please don't tell me the truth. I want to be in my delusion right now. That's how I am. I am fully aware of it. I don't need you to lie to me. I'm cool in this moment. I don't need to spend this money. I know it. I'm finna do it anyway.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? Listen, look, hold on here. This is crazy. I don't want to go too far. Let me see, because we're going to go back here. Let's see what we
answered the question, bro. There's nothing to talk about.
I'm
she
not
already
gonna
answered
let
it.
an unkempt man tell me what I said. What I'm saying is, if I am in a moment where I want to live, like I know that something that I'm thinking in this moment is unrealistic and I know it, I'm going to do it anyway. I don't live there. That's not my reality 24/7. But I do know when I am being like, I need some unrealistic shit to happen right now. Like I'm sure.
That's what the old man was saying. Oh man. People, gentlemen, ladies, what do you think that old man was saying? Technically, Bo is clearly stating it. Dude, listen, look, man. Smith just said the truth right there. Yeah, ain't no need to talk about this no more because Bo just put the information out there. Why do you think the rest of the women quiet on the panel? Man, stop it. She clearly saying that you need to let me be delusional right now, even though I know I'm being delusional. Yes, men, we know that you are being delusional. We know you're stupid. We know you're being stupid right now. But you know what I'm saying? To keep you in that, also, it depends on the situation and what's going on. You being stupid at certain moments can lead to a very dangerous situation. You know, and that's a part of protection is men not allowing you to be delusional because it could lead down the wrong path. Man, stop it. Man, hey. Like it or not, that old man told the truth, and she telling the truth too about, you know what I'm saying, how some women think. Like, come on now.
Stressed out, I'm gonna go do whatever it is I want to do in this moment, but that is not my life. So that doesn't mean the same thing. Some women live there. That's their residence.
How come when I disagree with you, right? You have to give me an insult. You don't have to call me unkept, right? You could just say, well, I hear what you're saying, Rich, but why do you guys have to insult? I don't understand why you did that. But anyway, I'm going to say this.
Answer the question.
No, who?
You asked her, why does she have to insult you?
Yeah, like, I don't understand why y'all got to do that. Unkept where? Why are you saying that?
Because you misrepresented what I said instead of asking me a question for clarification.
I heard you very clear. You said, I know I'm being delusional and I like that. Am I misrepresenting your words? Did you say that or no?
I said that.
Okay, so delusional means I'm being told a lie, whether someone's telling me the lie or I'm lying to myself, and I just want to live in that lie. So there you go.
Yeah,
That's not me taking you.
at all. I don't.
That's not me
The
taking.
implication is that
Hold on,
like,
hold on, now. Let him have it. Let him have it.
But at the same time, my question was, why do you have to insult me? Although I'm just repeating what you said. I'm just saying, based on what you said, you already answered the question. Because a delusion is a lie.
Got it. You right.
No, straight like that.
Straight like that. I know what you're going through. Straight like that, because I was a victim to that same thing too. Straight like that. I was a victim, so I understand what you're going.
And if I was to insult her, then I'm rude. I'm disrespectful. Don't do that to women. Have some respect. You don't have to insult me.
No. Look,
what you want to do?
I mean, straight like that. Let me tell you what's coming next. That goddamn long ass middle finger. That be the next one.
I don't like him enough for that, Hank.
Oh goddamn. Well, okay, I tried, bro.
Another insult. Goddamn. 2 for 0 for 2.
How is that an insult?
I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him enough. You don't like me enough to give me a middle finger?
I don't.
So this is where we at here. Y'all clearly see what's going on here. Bo clearly told y'all that, you know what I'm saying, you know, when women are in the delusion, just like the old man said, you have to kind of, you know, allow for the delusion to happen, but also try to control it to where it won't get too dangerous. Because some women's delusions get wide open and put your life in danger and other people's lives around them in danger, you know, with the delusion situation. But these are just the facts here. These are just the facts, people. You know, what that old man said was obviously true. And, you know, they're trying to fight the situation, both trying to fight it. You know, that ain't what I said. Y'all, nah, that's what you said. That's clearly what you said. You actually know that you're being delusional and you want to stay in that right then for that moment or whatever you trying to, you know, make us believe. You want to actually stay in that delusion at that moment and, you know, do what you want to do and stuff like that. Okay, then stay in that delusion. But that doesn't mean that other people have to put up with it. That doesn't mean that other people have to be delusional with you. And see, this is the issue right here that, you know, a lot of women are having nowadays, that, you know what I'm saying, they're free to have all these delusional processes and stuff like that in the 21st century, where that shit used to be stamped out decades ago. And they had to stick in reality, you know, and nah, it just is what it is. It just is what it is here, man. And we cannot deny the facts of what she just said. You know, and it, you know, birds of a feather flock together. And I guarantee you it's other women that do the same thing. They're just not going to freely, openly say it like Bo did. They're not going to openly say that like that. But it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.